jump 3-6 people.
You did today.
I did today.
What is it, Diet Coke?
Diet Coke.
The official adult amateur?
I think my veins, my blood is half Diet Coke.
So he has really been my type. He's very my type, a friendly bay gelding.
What's the goal here?
Have fun.
Yes, ma'am. You hear that? We're gonna have fun today.
I feel great. This is week 3 of me showing here, and I just feel like I've dusted the rust off, and I feel a lot better than I did the first week. We drove here on Friday, like I left Virginia at 1:30 in the morning and got here at 1:30 p.m. and then got on Derby and did a ticket warm up, and I was like, what am I doing? But he loves the cowboy bridle.
Well, and like, I mean, look at it. It's
well, and I personally like riding them in the cowboy bridle sometimes because I feel like we ride them all the time in, their regular bridles, and it's like putting them together and stuff. And I think this makes them work more
like on their own terms.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love it. And like, plus it shows off their adorable faces.
I know.
And like,
it's kind of funny. When I started riding, my father thought I was not going to stick with it. I think he thought it was going to be like a little girl dream, and I would ride ponies and that'd be it. And here I am at 32 years old, and now I have a 2.5-year-old, and she's already, dove into it. She did lead line last weekend, and we had so much fun. So I just think it's like in your DNA almost, like it gets intertwined in your DNA, and you never let it go, and you always somehow make it work. I mean, this is a very expensive sport, and I think you make sacrifices, and you just somehow always make it work because we love it so much. So I started showing him in September, so not very long. A girl at the farm owns him. They actually bought him as a four-year-old. And he's 8 now. So he was bred in the United States. So a woman named Rachel Howell owns his mother. And so she bred him and had him till he was 4. And then Ellie Self bought him with Ashley Holsinger as her trainer. And when he was 4, and they've had him, ever since. He's a really good boy. He knows his job.
Felt good today?
Oh yeah, he felt great. Yeah, he's just easy. He's just very easy. We had a little bit of a hard winter in Virginia riding, and so I feel like we didn't really have them as fit as we wanted them to be coming here, and so we've kind of taken that into consideration. So like for instance, last week I didn't do the classic because I didn't want him to have to do 3 rounds on Sunday. So I just try to take it into consideration, like what's best for him. Like it's not about me, it's about him. So he won't do any practice classes before the Derby Friday. Ashley and I joke that you could like light jumps on fire and he would jump them. Like he does not care. He's so big that we always ride him in hind boots because he tends to hit his legs behind, just because he's such a big boy. That is not ours. I'll pick it up. Are you sure? Gosh, he's so bad. I'm so sorry. He says your hay is very yummy. Somehow you move them and they still step on the hose. So on show days, I usually Vetrolin him. Like when he jumps, he'll get like a full Vetrolin bath. And then we always like poultice them at nighttime. But since he just hacked today, we just wash his legs and get all the footing off of his legs. We don't want it to make any like crud.
You've never shown in the Grand Stadium before, right?
No, it's my very first time showing in the Grand Stadium. I can't think of a better partner than Darby. I mean, he's just such a good horse, and he's so unfazed. You know, I sometimes see other horses that'll be like spooky, and I'm like, I don't have to deal with that because he's just so chill. And I'm really excited. I'm very nervous. It'll be the biggest class I've ever done. I think the biggest money class I've ever done is $15,000, and they'll most likely split this Derby. So it's a $75,000 purse, and they'll split it $37,500 to the juniors and then $37,500 to the amateurs, and they'll run it as two separate classes. At least that's the way they did it last year. And last week, just the regular Derby they split that way. So I have a feeling they're going to do that again. But I guess we'll find out.
So what, if you could tell yourself one thing before you walk into the ring on Friday, what would you tell yourself?
Just have fun. It's all about having fun. We put so much pressure on ourselves, and ultimately we're doing this to have fun. And I think sometimes we'll even say to ourselves, like, why are we doing this? Because it causes so much stress and anxiety, and it's for that like 5 minutes of euphoria that you get when the pieces all come together, and you know, you get the chills and you're so excited and the big smile. But I think ultimately, even if I make mistakes on Friday, like, it's still gonna be tools in my toolbox that I haven't had before to be able to compete in that level of a class. I mean, I'd probably equate it to like competing at Washington last year, I did that last year for the first time ever as well. And that was a lot of pressure too. But I think it's just have fun and do my best, I guess.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course, now they have the stadium lights on.
Oh yeah, I know. It's okay.
Yeah. It
Okay, yeah, even on the bike, it takes but like here, I thought I was gonna be early, and here I am right after 55. Easy. Here, one? Yeah, one. Okay. You're up. Cool. Very spooky.
if you make it past Shamu, that might not be us.
2 inside.
Oh, good. Now we get to go right next to Shamu. Right next to it. And if you don't like whales or elephants, are there to support you.
Yes. Horses that don't like sea creatures are in trouble.
Small. But Molly always says that everything looks big and then she wins everything.
That will not be happening today.
I don't believe you.
6, 5, 1, 8, 4.
4.
One is this way, 2 is that way, then that is 6.
6.
5. 1. 8 and 4. 1.
Single, yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I go 45th, at least it'll be light by then.
Yeah, you're not in a night class. And also,
The good news is if your horse jumps around and is good, then you'll be really confident.
We're going to extend Kelly running for Ashley Curley, and this is the docuseries side Catch HD.
I'm not gonna try to go fast. I'm just gonna try to be organized. Right now I'm mostly working on rideability with him, so I'm gonna just think about being smooth, make him go in the corner. I don't know how he's gonna react to this big environment. And the ring is super busy right now. There's so many decorations. There are tons of jumps that aren't part of this course. So I'm just gonna, kind of see what I have.
Yeah.
Like, this is a little bit of an experiment. I'm trying to build him to jump a little bigger class next week, and also, like, in the bigger scheme of his life, I'm just trying to build him for bigger stuff. And right now I'm really just learning him and trying to figure out his rideability, see if I have the right bit, trying to acclimate him to my ride. And I'm just gonna use extra space in the corner. I'm gonna sit down firmer, where I'm gonna be firmer with my leg, and I'm gonna try to ride him with like more forward to the jumps to give him confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not a lot of different stuff to do in this course. This is a 6 on the outside. My horse has a very big stride, but also because that's against the wall and it's early in the course, I will probably try to come in with a bit of impulsion and then reel him back for the line just to make sure.
Yeah.
Because if he, for some reason, he really backs off because of the wall, I don't want it to get long and him to get worried.
Yeah.
And like this 4 is gonna get very steady for me. And then this comes up fast. I'm gonna try to use a little more space. Yeah, and again, he hasn't been in here. Right now they have that banner on the wall that's really scary. There's shadows, there's a lot going on. But Declan, he's going a bit fast. Like, I'm not gonna try to be on those angles.
Right.
I'm gonna try to square my turn.
Okay,
perfect. I did.
So tell us what classes you did and who you rode.
So I rode Freddie, who's showing him his final edition, my new 8-year-old in the 135. And it was our first 135 together, and also his first time going in the Grand Arena here at WEC, which is like, it's a very impressive ring on a normal day. And then today it was all decked out for the Longines League of Nations this week. And it was so decorated. And I wasn't sure how he was going to handle that, and he was so brave. He really didn't, it was almost like he didn't even notice, which was amazing because he's a pretty edgy, careful horse. And he had 4 faults in that class, but I felt like it was really just because I need to get him a little more rideable. It was just a little more forward and in that big ring, and I just needed to get him back more to one jump. But to me, like, I don't worry about that at all. I'm just trying to train and build him for bigger classes, and all that does is show me, you know, what I need to keep working on.
Yeah. And tell me how he felt in the warm-up ring. I know you said he felt like a little...
So he's a bit trafficky, he's a bit funny to get on, and he just, like, he's a sharp horse. He's reactive to a lot of stuff, so I just try to, like, be slow, be careful, be quiet, and take things at his pace. And I'm trying to create, like, systems he can rely on, like consistently do the mounting block the same way so that he knows what to expect and he starts to get more relaxed. And it seems to be working. The first day it took me like 15 minutes to get on. And now we're down to like 1. So it's it's really improving. And he's a little trafficky, and it was really busy in the schooling area today. So he got scared a couple times, but overall he held it together. We could jump enough jumps to feel ready for the ring. and he just has amazing ring focus. Like, he goes in there and he doesn't look at anything. I feel like he's right with me, with his focus on me and on the jumps. And it's just a completely different experience, which is pretty cool. And
Came out with a big smile on your face.
yeah. I mean, I just got him. This is only our second show together. In the last show, I jumped a 0.95 and a 1.20 meters. And I'm just so excited for him. I think he's incredible. And I think he's going to jump really big. And I'm just excited to keep working with him and see what we can do.
1003 then says that Trump get Amanda Steve. Good round for Jacquie and Maggiore out of Boston, Massachusetts.
Good first jump.
Did you get more nervous to watch her sometimes than you actually showing?
Yeah, I don't know what it is exactly, but I think it's because with her, I'm like, oh, they have a chance at winning.
Yeah,
it's like the pressure's on.
Yeah.
I always jump like every jump with her. Like, you'll see when she's going around the ring, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's kind of ridiculous.
Well, they're your children. You know?
I know. And also, I'm like, God forbid something happened. Like, that's my fault.
Yeah, when it's yourself, it's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
No problem.
I'm like, this is Amanda's whole life and livelihood. Woo, woo, woo. Good boy, ICT. I think that should be a nice score.
Yeah.
The first round score around 84.5.
Good.
84.5.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
He maybe jumped the first jump like not as pretty as he could have, but he looked really good. Good boy, bud.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, he looked really nice. That was like so efficient. You were like on, done, done, done.
Look at you guys! He's so cute!
This is Roger. I've had him for 5 years. He is a Min Pin Chihuahua mix. He's the second worst horse show dog in the world. This is Natasha. I got her from a shelter in Atlanta in October, and she's the first worst horse show dog in the world. She does. She has the best smile. They just don't like when I'm riding. They're worried about me.
And you have how many horses?
So I have 3 horses that I currently show, and I have 2 horses, a retiree and a baby.
Yeah, love that. And what are you showing in?
I show Isotonic in the 3-3 amateurs, and Cavallina in the low adults. She's my 5-year-old that I bred. And then whenever my horse Bambolino is not limping, he will show in the adult hunters.
How much of an emotional toll does that take?
Well, I was sobbing last weekend when he was limping in the warm-up ring, and this is not the first time he's limped this year. So I'd say it takes a major emotional toll, especially if it is an important horse to you. Not that all aren't, but I have a very special connection with this one. I will say being able to have the opportunity to have another horse when that isn't going great takes a little bit of the pressure off him. I know it's not doable for everyone, but it's certainly made it more tolerable when he is limping.
Literally never done.
So here we are.
So what's the process of breaking them like? Do they?
It's a lot of.
So we're here.
We're here.
We're here.
I'm doing my maiden voyage on my baby horse, Chloe. I'm a little nervous. It's 40 degrees, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm the grandmother. I bred her,
Yeah.
and
You've breed some really nice horses.
I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far.
Yeah. Maybe you have another career that you don't.
I don't know. It's not for the faint of heart. Both of them, both Cece and Chloe, had major week plus long stays at EMCO and tortured me. So I think after this I'm done.
Yeah.
But it is rewarding.
Yeah.
Totally.
What are you most excited about today?
I am most excited about this. I'm about to go do the Derby and another showing, but this is it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Even if I just get a pretty picture, that's all I want.
Yeah. That's so great.
And she's looking pretty good and quiet.
She looks
It's 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I pay your bills, and you got me a really big bill in December.
Hey, seed. And she doesn't really need that much leg.
Yeah, I don't ever use legs, so it's the one thing I can manage. I don't have legs.
Hi. Hi. I'm your grandmother.
Check your girth again.
No. I'm not bending down.
You don't have to.
I will be sitting. I'll be sitting still in the seat.
No, she's not. I adjust She's a little more forward than Cece was originally, at least.
Yeah. I remember, well, sort of a different feeling because Cece was like fast but smaller.
Right.
The other way?
Gonna canter the other way, and then I feel like I need to be done.
You're gonna be great.
You don't do lead changes yet. I know, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not giving you the right lead.
I can't get my right lead.
Try to ask right after H.
Okay. From the trot?
Yeah, from the trot. Definitely from the trot.
There you go.
So smart, Sam.
Oh.
Good girl. Sam, I don't know how you do it on so many. I'd be dead. Girl.
Good job! You did it!
Okay. Yay. Yay, our maiden voyage, and we walked, trotted, and cantered. We even got some wrong leads. Just preparing you for your life as an amateur horse. Yeah, she's definitely the more green off the right lead, when you say.
Yeah.
My horses are always left-sided. That's why I feel like I might be the one who's left-sided. Hi, you look beautiful. Yes. Did you like me? She's like, I had to shake my head at you a few times. But it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We won't have to do anything for real for over a year or two.
And she's super quiet, just holding it in her mouth.
Yeah.
It's pleasant to take it.
She does, yeah. Like Cece constantly is like a, I say she has her binky. She's constantly chewing on it. I'm like, all right, you're making up a lot about this. So this is Sophie. She's the mom of both Cece and Chloe. She's my original girl best friend. We won all the adult hunter things together. So happy to see her out here living her best retired life. I just got to ride your baby. Yes, good girl.
How long did you ride Sophie for?
I showed Sophie for 10 years.
Wow.
We had a lot of success together. She's literally the best horse. I see a lot of Cece in Sophie. She's small, like Cece.
Oh my God, what's going on with your coat? She's like matted. You look like an old lady.